Hey everyone, today I want to talk to you about a feature in Adobe Bridge called collections. Now, collections are a virtual copy and a visual representation of a group of images that you put together in a collection from different files on your computer or from different hard drives. Collections make it easy to view images from one central location within Bridge without moving or duplicating files. Collections simply remember where the files are located at on your computer or your external hard drives, and it gives you that virtual copy and representation of the files within that collection. So what you're looking at right here, this is actually a collection. This is a collection of all the stock imagery that I've downloaded over the past couple of years for client use. I keep all of it in a collection so that way I don't have to go and hunt it down, and it makes my job easier whenever I need to refer to stock imagery. But as photographers, how can we use this? Well, there's several different ways. You can create a collection for portfolio images. So as you're building your portfolio, you can find images and you can place them in there for your future portfolio. You can create a collection of images that you know you want to post on the web or Facebook or whatever social media you use. Let's say you're creating a favorites folder, but you don't want to copy or duplicate files. So as you're going through your client files and you're editing, you may run across a file that's just like, oh wow, I've got to use that. That's my favorite image of all time, or one of my favorite images of all time. And so you can just create a collection and keep it in your favorites collection. Or what we're going to talk about today specifically is I use collections every time I start working on a project. And so I have a project that I'm working on actually for my father-in-law, who is a missionary to the West African Advanced School of Theology, and they need a prayer card to give out to churches when they come back here to the States to raise money for their mission. So that's what we're going to do. I know that while I was out there, there were a couple of days that I took some really cool looking texture images that I know I can manipulate in Photoshop to create a background and some different effects. So that's what I'm going to create. So if you're in the Essentials workflow, then collections should be down here in the bottom left corner between filter and export. If it's not, you can come up here to Window, go down to the Collections panel, and then it will appear. Okay? So the first thing you need to know is there's two different types of collections. There is a Smart Collection, which will allow you to build your collection based off of all kinds of different criteria that you need it to meet. So whether it's metadata, file name, bit depth, urgency, ratings, exposure, you can give it all kinds of different criteria that it has to meet, including keywords and everything. For me, that's normally goes a little bit too far from what I use collections for, so I'm just going to cancel out of that. And I'm just going to use, for today's purposes, I'm just going to click right here on the new collection. And the first thing it does is it asks me to name it, so I'm just going to name it Texture and click off of it. Now you'll notice that on the stock photography it has 102 out beside it. That is how many images are within that collection. So there are 102 images within the stock photography collection. With the textures right now, I haven't put any in there, so it says 0. But let's change that. So I know in day 8 of my Togo trip, there were some textures that I captured, and so I'm going to go and find those really quick. And I know this is one of them. In fact, here's several of them right here. So I'm just going to take those, drag those in there, scroll down just a little bit further to make sure I didn't miss any. And I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, so there's none other in that folder. Now I'm going to go to day 9. Let that upload And I have quite a few textures I want to use right here, just right off the bat. I've already gone through and picked them out, so they're all right there for me. So now you'll notice there's 10, so I have 10 textures or 10 images within this collection. And now I can go through here and I can look at these and I can decide which one I want to use when and where and everything like that. I can take these, I can edit them, I can use them in Photoshop or in any of the other Adobe products. I can basically do whatever I want to them. The thing that you need to remember with collections is that it is a virtual copy of the file. So if I go and I edit this file that's up on the screen right now, then it is actually editing the original file in the root folder that it came from. So I don't want to, I want to make sure that if I save it, I want to save it somewhere else so I don't save over the original. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and hope that it will be able to help you in your own workflow. So hope to see you guys next time. Remember, Metro is the second Monday of each month at 6:30. So the website is metroppa.com.